looking?
You good? Is he okay? All right, well, early morning, which was good. Reason for it is it's the best time with a lot of tests, a lot of things going on, but I thought they handled it well. Also want to give them some curveballs through spring ball as a young crew to see how they're handling the adjustments in the schedule and surprises for the coaches and surprises for the kids. So, it was a good morning. Overall, this crew is, they're working hard. We have a long ways to go on offense, defense, and special teams, but the care factor's there, and they're a fun crew to coach.
Is early morning something you want to do more of, or just a one-time thing?
No, it just depends. It's, again, it was structured best for the kids in the finals. At the end of the day, that's the bottom line, is to give them whatever's best for the kids we're going to do. So this was, that's the reason for the switch in the schedule, as we learn more about their academics in the semester.
What are the strides that DJ's made through each of the practices? What's the area that you see him kind of take a jump forward each day?
Well, I would say just, staying on top of the offense. He's definitely not ahead of the offense at this point, but I would say, I don't know if I see it's a jump that he's making, but he's sustaining and maintaining his knowledge of the offense, which is impressive because there's a lot of offense going in every single day. You don't see a lot of busts coming out of him. And that's impressive for a young quarterback, and he stayed focused since day one here. I'm sure he's a little excited to get on an airplane on Friday and go back home for a week, but his focus has been good all semester.
So, Gary, how has Dieter handled things at center? I mean, I don't remember many center quarterback exchange issues to this point.
Unbelievably well. Michael has come in and just been the starting center and handled it well. He's going against a very good nose guard in Warren, and I think Warren is playing at a pretty high level right now. It's not easy as a high school freshman to come in, especially in an odd front. Again, mentally, I would say he's been very stable throughout the semester. As the offense grows with types of different plays that they're putting in, he seemed to handle it well as a center and the communication. So, very, very bright spot for him. For him to be able to handle it physically, and then put on top of that the mental part of it. It's impressive.
Gary, you mentioned Devin Galvin could be quite a story if he makes it all the way back. What was the issue with the stress fractures? Is he just pushing too hard, and did you guys kind of have to get him to finally back off a little bit?
I don't know I don't know if anybody really knows exactly why, but I know right now it's all good, which is great. He is a competitive kid. He definitely pushed his rehab, but was that a reason for a setback? I can't say that. All competitors push their rehab pretty hard.
Joel returned to team drills throwing, but is that
yeah, he got in the red zone. So as you can see in the red zone, the throws are obviously controlled. He doesn't have to throw it as far. So I felt like we could get him into those drills a little bit. You saw him in there, and it was good to see Joel get out there and compete a little bit in as controlled situation as we can. And you can't control a throw more than the red zone. Back of the end zone is the.
Do you hope to get wheel right back after the break?
Yes, absolutely. Robert's making strides every single day, and he should be back after the break.
Was this Hammond's first practice doing much?
Yeah, first time he's come out, and actually he'll stride very slowly through individual. Again, being cautious. We come back from spring break, I think we're going to see him do a little bit more. But this is his first day that he kind of got into a little bit of the thud drills, I guess. And you'll see him more when we're like we were today. We're not on the ground at all, obviously, with Badger gear instead of full pads.
What do you think of the tight end so far with having to replace Pat and Long?
It's a work in progress with youthful, talented players, much like the defensive front seven. There's some good and bad. We got a lot of work to do, but the care factor seems to be there, and the athleticism seems to be there. It's up to us as coaches and players to get on the same page and continue to progress.
Was TJ Watt's first day? What day was that?
TJ would have been back. He's been here all week, right? He's been here, I think, I would say he started to transition back, it seems to me, last practice last week, so whether that was Friday or Saturday.
Did they give you an idea what it was, how serious it was, his injury today?
Today, yeah. I think he's okay. I think he's just got a tweak of the other knee. It wasn't the same knee that he had before, so we'll have to look at him and see as we move forward.
Have you seen Herring and Landish emerge as leaders a little bit?
Yeah, I have. I think Warren is still kind of a quiet leader. Landish is much the same. When I want to see their leadership, come and rise to the top is when it's going to get hard in spring ball one day, and then we'll see. So when there's some adversity to the defense and it didn't go so well, we'll really see how they are and what their leadership is. But they're moving in that direction. They're respected by their teammates, but respect doesn't mean you're a leader yet. But they're taking good strides.
Your and Dave's thought process about moving Leon from outside to inside.
Just the fact that Jesse Hayes is going to have an opportunity to play, and you look at our best guys, and we sit back and we say, "Where is Jesse?" It is time for Jesse to step up and be the guy, or at least be given the opportunity to be the guy. And he kind of earned that right. And now if Jesse takes advantage of that, that'll be a good thing because we can have Leon, which gives Joe a chance to move in outside with some different packages, and Leon to stay inside. A lot of pieces to that puzzle, but the biggest piece of that puzzle is right now is Jesse Hayes going to step up and hold down that spot there between him and Beagle. If we see that as an opportunity to have a good solid 2 deep, then Leon can grow and mature and develop on the inside, which simply is the recipe that we think is the best players on the field at this point.
Jared, how do you like what you've seen out of the front 7 overall so far? Did turnover with some familiarity?
I think it's again a work in progress. The technique and the fundamentals, the ability for those kids to accept the coaching, which they are, the ability for our coaches to continually to really work hard on evaluating the film and the techniques and the fundamentals is there. I would say I don't want to go play a game tomorrow. I'm glad we don't have to, but I think we'll be ready by the time as we move through this middle part of spring into the last third of spring. I think we're going to feel pretty comfortable. They are very athletic and their care factor is high, but again, a work in progress.
Are you going to need some of the incoming safeties to help you right away, and do you know which ones maybe?
I don't know about that. I would say in the back end, so many of those kids like we talked about on signing day, are they a corner, are they a safety? They're tall kids that can run. It'd be nice to have a couple of them come in and play. I don't know who that will be. I feel the same way about the wide receivers. We need a couple of wide receivers to come here and help us and step up as we move forward. But who is that going to be? So it's again a big work in progress when it comes to those kids and the kids in the program right now. All that stuff will define itself in the last third of spring ball for us, I believe, as a team. And the young kids will get their chances when they walk in here. But they are going to get opportunity day one in fall camp.
With spring break coming up, do you find yourself trying to pack in a lot before the kids head off for a week?
No, it's been structured pretty cleanly. We like them to have a lot of offense and a lot of defense early in spring, regardless of the timing. But getting these first 6 practices is good. They are getting a lot of offense, a lot of defense, and quite frankly, quite a bit of special teams too as we move forward. So, pace is exactly what it's been in the past for many, many years. The way that we've done it, the kids seem to be handling it well. It'd be a good challenge for them to come out and have a good practice tomorrow afternoon with a little spring fever, I guess. So it'd be interesting.
Has one of your assistant coaches taken over as recruiting coordinator after Coach Hancock, or have you not made that decision?
Yeah, Chris Beatty absolutely is our recruiting coordinator. Excited about that. Brings some good, fresh, clean ideas to the direction that we want to head. And he's right in the middle of that. He takes great pride in being a recruiting coordinator. It's something he's done in the past. So that's his spot.
Are you doing as much as the competition stuff as you did last spring?
Yeah, in different ways. We're things you don't see this year. I try to keep it a little bit fresh. So there's a board in the locker room that every one-on-one rep that the kid has is now tagged as a win or a loss. They got to get to the towel in the one-on-one passes. They got to catch it if it's a receiver against a DB drill. And we're posting that in the locker room and keeping that up there so the kids understand how are they competing against each other. We tally every single day and get a true winner or loser out of the offense and the defense. We really didn't do that part of it last year as much. So different, but about the same amount, I would say. They know every day if they're winning or losing, put it that way, and I think that's the key ultimately. Anything else? Okay, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.